Wondering if you could. So last time we heard from you was about around Paris-Nice, and you had that injury, and so the concussion afterwards. Can you try and put some words on how bad this concussion actually was, and how hampered you were, or like how much it impacted the time after Paris-Nice?
Yes, sure. I went home obviously the day after my crash in Paris-Nice, and I had to take it easy. First, I took it, or actually I had to when I had been awake for about an hour or so, I had to sleep for about an hour or an hour and a half for the first 3-4 days. So I did have I did have a concussion, and I was really suffering from it in the start. But kind of like every day was getting a little bit better. And then by Monday, I was thinking, okay, I can try to get on the bike again, just 1 hour of a recovery ride, which backfired pretty much. So then afterwards, I was completely dizzy and nausea, and I had to go lay down and sleep again. And then I didn't touch my bike for the next 4 days again. So a bit the same, and I really had to take a lot of rest, just sleep a lot. And then from about Friday on, it got better. And then I think Friday or Saturday was my first ride again. And there it was already better. And then from there I've been increasing the workload. But obviously when it was only on Friday that it was better, I had to also cancel going to Catalonia.
Thank you.
I saw a question from Jimmy Wilmers.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Jonas. Last year and the year before that, you've been speaking about moving to Switzerland, maybe just part-time. Now you have a house and a holiday house in Denmark. Are those plans retired as of now? Are you staying in Denmark? What are the plans about that?
No, so the plans about moving to Switzerland are retired. We are staying in Denmark. It was more of a tryout, so to say, back when we did it. So we never actually moved to Switzerland. It was more, we wanted to try to see if we could make it or if it would work out for us. But for us it was just better to actually live in Denmark, and then from there I can travel.
Okay, then there are 2 questions from Rasmus Novak.
Yep. Hi, Jonas. So first question, of course, your team is very famous for always optimizing on all the performance gains you can. Last year, of course, you were optimizing, and I was just wondering, are you doing the same as last year, or have you started to optimize some things heading towards the Tour? And if so, what have you been optimizing on?
Oh, I mean, I think it's quite obvious that we changed a few things this year. It was in the media that I changed to 150 cranks. So I mean, we tried out a few things. Obviously, every year we try to improve our equipment, maybe also our way of preparing for the Tour de France. It's not something I want to go in detail with. It's something, that you can see if it works or not.
So it's a business secret.
Yeah, I would call it that.
Second question then is, obviously the last year or so have been kind of troublesome for you. You crashed in the Basque Country, didn't have the optimal preparation for the Tour last year. Now this year, the spring has been sort of affected by your crash as well in Paris-Nice. So going towards this tour, are you more hungry than ever to go for the win in this year's Tour de France compared to the other years?
Yeah, I think so, actually. I mean, as you say, last year I had this nasty crash in Basque and didn't have the optimal preparation for the Tour de France. Now this year I crashed again in the spring and had to take a week off. So obviously I feel like I missed out a bit on the whole spring campaign. So in that fact, I also have even more motivation to go to the Tour de France and to the races that's actually coming up now. So yeah, I'm really motivated and not only for the race, but also to do the work that's needed here.
And your level is up for it as well, your level going to these races?
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's still, what is it, 2-3 weeks until Dauphiné. So, I mean, I still need to gain some shape here to be able to fight for the victory or to actually do to be in the shape that I want to. But for now, it seems like that I'm getting better and better, and yeah, hopefully I can be there in those races as well.
Thank you.
I saw a question from Daan de Ridder.
Yes, hi Jonas. My first question is, there's of course been a trend for the last couple of years in cycling that training, what you're doing now, is maybe even more important than the races. So my question is, do you enjoy this, what you're doing now, training in the Sierra Nevada, preparing for races? Do you enjoy that as much as racing, or maybe even more? Certainly this year, when you haven't had maybe the races you wanted, do you enjoy this process as much as you do races?
I mean, obviously, I think as a cyclist, you need to enjoy the races. I also really enjoy racing, but to be honest, I also really enjoy it here in Sierra Nevada. Like for many reasons. One reason is we're here with the group. We have a really good atmosphere. We have a good, actually a really good group. But also just like the whole process of getting to the Tour de France as good as possible is also really something that I enjoy, and like the thinking about how do I get better than last year, or maybe not last year, but 2 years ago. How do I actually get better? And the whole thoughts behind this is really interesting.
So my second question is a bit about a different subject, but you talked about how you recovered from your concussion, and then it's more so, and that's logical, about the physical recovery. But what we don't see and what we maybe don't hear as much is every time a cyclist or whoever has a disappointment or a crash, it's also mentally you have to recover. Can you talk a bit about how difficult that can be, that after another disappointment, another crash, how you can recover mentally from that, and if that changes you a bit?
Well, I think this is, how to say it, the crash in Paris-Nice is water compared to last year. So to be honest, I mean, of course, it was a bit of a disappointment for me. But yeah, I don't think hopefully I will never try anything like last year. And yeah, I think for me, crashing out of Paris-Nice and then missing Catalonia, it actually just gives me more motivation than I had before. So yeah, actually for me, it wasn't so bad, this crash, as it was last year, if that makes sense. Like the crash last year is more a crash where you can talk about the mental part of it, to be honest.
Right, thank you very much.
I switch to Dani Miranda from Dario AS.
Hi, Jonas from Spain. After all the change, is still a Vuelta in your plane? I think no. How was your feeling in Sierra Nevada?
Yeah, so now we are here in Sierra Nevada, and then I'll go to Dauphiné, and then the Tour de France. But then for now, the plan is to still go to the Vuelta a España. But as I have said many times, the the main goal for me this year is the Tour de France, or that's the first main goal, and then afterwards we have to see how it is. But yeah, for now my plan is to go to the Vuelta.
Thank you.
Bart Outdoor from the last news, Belgium.
Hi, Jonas. Nice to see you again. I read something from your trainer, Tim Heemskerk. He said you're already on a much better level than last year, and he believes you're also on an even better level than 2 years ago, than in 2024. I was wondering, is that true? Are you going to be that well in the upcoming Tour de France, Jonas?
I mean, I certainly hope so. Or if I want to win, I also certainly need to. So yeah, I mean, at least that's what we can see, that it's really promising at this moment. Of course, it can also be hard to compare because, now this year, my spring season ended after, basically in the start of March. So that's already 2 months ago, where 2 years ago, it ended in the start of April, so a month later. So it's obviously it's a bit different, but at least for now, it seems like that I've been taking a small step again, and then hopefully I can be even better than I was last year and the year before. So yeah, it looks promising.
And where did you find this progress? Where did you find it? What was the way to do it?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, we also have been speaking about it within the team that before my crash last year, the power numbers I had was super good at that moment. Mm-hmm. I wasn't at my optimal weight yet. So yeah, it's more about even trying to get back to that. So last year I lost a lot of muscle because of the crash. So I was very light in the Tour de France, but that also meant that I didn't have the power that I normally had. So now we've been working on getting the power back and really try to regain all the muscles, and then from there try to take another step.
Then we switch to Jesper Hansen.
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, Jonas, you mentioned also your crash in last year, and that it was much worse. Did it bring anything back from that crash, that the experience you had this year, or could you use your experience from that in any way?
Well, to be honest, it's not really comparable because last year I crashed because of the bad roads there, and we as riders were going very, very fast in that downhill. But now this year in Paris-Nice, it was maybe the most stupid crash that I've ever had. I think we were going uphill, and one guy in front of me overlapped the wheel and just went in front of me, and I couldn't do anything. And we were basically just going 10, 15k an hour. And yeah, I couldn't do anything. So I crashed straight on my face, and yeah, to be honest, it didn't really bring back any memories because it was so different. Like that crash last year is one thing, but I feel like this crash this year was the complete opposite, to be honest.
And then my second question, what do you think of when you find the belief to beat Pogacar in the Tour de France this year? What gives you the most hope?
I mean, there's a few things, to be honest. Like last year in the Tour de France, I know that I was not on my best level. I know I can be a lot better than I was last year because of one was the preparation, obviously. But yeah, also just by getting stronger every year and just getting even better. That's how it has been for me in the past, that it seemed like every year I gained a bit of level, and also now we really had focus on that. So yeah, I do actually believe that I can beat him and that I can be a lot better in the Tour de France this year.
Perfect. Thank you.
The next one is Jeppe Peschardt.
Hi, Jonas. We saw you last year on the roads of Central and Western Jutland for the Tour de France. Those were special circumstances, of course, regarding your crash. Will we get to see you training in Denmark before the Tour de France this year? And if so, what does it mean for your preparations to train at home before the Tour de France?
Actually, I won't get back to Denmark after the Tour de France. So, yeah, from when I left, actually from when I left for the Reckons, I did together with Grisha. So in the end of April, I'm not going back to Denmark. And yeah, it's not to speak bad about Denmark, but there's no mountains in Denmark. So obviously the best preparation is here in the south. It's also warm here, which is also good. So yeah, both the terrain here is better, but also the weather is a bit better.
And how does this change for your preparations? I mean, at home you have your family and you have a base. It's different from being on training camp. I imagined. Would you like to be at home before the tour, or how does that affect you?
No, I mean, of course, for me. It's more about being together with my family. And they will also, it's not like I won't see them for 3 months. It will never be like that. So they will come down and we will, so I'll be together with them before Dauphiné even. And then after Dauphiné until the Tour, I will be there. Well, they will be there together. And then, we spend that time.
Cool. Thank you.
Then the next one is Thomas Seidsma.
Hi, Jonas. You finished your stage in Paris-Nice with a concussion. That could be dangerous, of course. I wonder, how do you look back on that decision, and what do you think are ways to avoid these risks in the future?
Well, I mean, I went to the race doctor because I had some blood on my face. I was bleeding, but they never once checked me for a concussion, which I find a bit odd, to be honest, because when you have, like, it's visible that my glasses were broken. I had blood on my face. I even had a little bit of blood here on the eyebrow. So for me, that was a bit odd that they didn't check me for a concussion. So I think, speaking more for the future, I think as soon as somebody has something within the shoulders and above, like that's visible, that you see that they hit something there, they should check them for a concussion before they let them. I mean, of course, maybe the medical car was not there yet, but then once I go to the medical car, they should at least check me when they can see that I hit my face.
Thanks.
Jonas Vingegaard.
Hi, Jonas. I'm sorry, my camera doesn't want to work. I was wondering, is it possible for you to follow Giro d'Italia when you're at altitude camp? And did you see the win of Wout yesterday? And did you hear from him already?
Yeah, so actually, we're so lucky that we have some time here. So every day when we eat lunch, we're watching the bike race or the Giro. Unfortunately, yesterday we had a long ride, so we were still on the road when he won. But I mean, I know what Wout went through in the last year, and to be honest, I'm super happy for Wout. I'm super happy that he could take the victory, and he really deserves it. yeah, I'm super happy on his behalf, and hopefully he can even win even more. But it's really nice to see.
You already said you are interested in the World Championships in Rwanda. Is it possible to do end of Vuelta and Rwanda after the Tour? Is it not too much?
I mean, I never tried it before, so I can't really give you a proper answer to that. I've always said that I've been interested in the World Championships. I still am. And yeah, as I've said before, it depends on how I'm coming out of the Vuelta. But yeah, for now, it's in my head. So yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Then a question, Tim Beck.
Yes, hi Jonas. It's the first time you prepared a tour without Marijn Zeeman at your side. How important he has been over the years for you, and is it a little bit strange without him?
Yeah, to be honest, it has been a bit weird the first months in the team without him. But I mean, Marijn Zeeman did a super good job in the past years, and now he moved on to another job, and to be honest, I've been really happy with how he's been working and our cooperation in the last years. So of course it's something we had to get used to, that he's not there, but we still have some super good guys within the team to make a plan. To make sure that everything goes well here. And as I said before, we do still have a super good atmosphere here. The group is really good together. So yeah, I mean, we have a good team around us.
Do you still have contact with Marijn sometimes?
It's been a while actually, but I know he's still following cycling, and maybe actually it's been quite a while since I've had contact with him, but yeah, I'm sure that how do you say it? It's not because it's over. It's more that he's probably busy and I've been busy. So yeah, for sure we will have contact again.
Thank you.
Jasper Box.
Hi Jonas. Everybody's looking forward to a clash with Pogacar and you. Did you watch his spring, and what did you think of it? And what are the key moments and key things to beat him?
I mean, of course, I've seen how he's been doing this spring. It's first of all, it's really impressive how he's been doing. I mean, all the races and all those wins. It's really incredible, and I admire how he's racing and how good he is. But to be honest, like for the Tour de France, the only thing I can do is to focus on myself and focus on getting as good as possible there. So yeah, I'm not really thinking about how good he was in the spring or how good he will be. And I think, yeah, it's not always going together, or how do you say it? It's not always that because you're the best in the spring, you're also the best in the Tour de France. So it doesn't. What I was trying to say is that it doesn't really tell how it will be in the Tour de France.
Yes. Dan gaan we door. Thomas Olsthorn.
Hello, Jonas. Good afternoon. You just mentioned that your plan is to do both the Tour and the Vuelta. You did that combination already 2 years ago. I was wondering, how did you experience doing those both Grand Tours, and did you also manage? Is it possible to reach just a higher level in the Vuelta as in the Tour? Is that possible in your opinion?
Well, yeah, I did it, as you say, 2 years ago, and to be honest, I really liked it. Because normally after the Tour de France, then if you want to focus on Lombardia or the World Championships, there's still 2 months, and I think a lot of guys after the Tour de France is having a hard time finding the motivation. But then to do the Vuelta a España, you only need to train for 2.5 to 3 weeks, and then you're there basically. So like mentally it seems easier to go to the Vuelta than to do something different. And I think 2 years ago I was on a super high level there in the Vuelta, so I think that you can actually manage to do both of them. Yeah.
Okay. And my second question is, when you hear like the big stars of cycling talking about what they like most is competing in the biggest races, but also against the biggest competitors. You know, if you talk to Tadej or Mathieu or Wout or everybody, they also enjoy these big clashes. Is it the same for you as well? I was wondering.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I find it really nice to fight against Tadej always. I mean, when he's not there, the level is just a bit lower, and then it's easier to win. So when he's there, I like to fight against the best rider there is, and he's the best. So of course, it's nicer to win when he's there.
Okay, thanks.
Matic.
Hello, Jonas. I hope you're doing fine. Can you compare the level of your shape when you were in the best shape and the shape you have at the moment? How far are you from this percentage you want it to be?
Oh, it's hard to say, to be honest. I mean, I know at this moment that I'm not on my best level yet, but that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm trying to get to here. So yeah, we will see. Hopefully I can be even better than I have been ever before, and then hopefully I can still, if I'm better than I've ever been before, I'm pretty sure that then I can at least fight for the victory in the Tour de France.
On one side, you're a big competitor of Tadej, and on the other hand, you were both training in the Sierra Nevada at the moment, or he was training in Sierra Nevada. Did you maybe met for a easy ride or talk to each other at the time, or there was no connection between him and you? Thank you.
No, I mean, we've been riding against each other. How does it? The opposite direction a few times, but we haven't really been speaking. So no, I mean, could be nice to speak with him here, but it hasn't really been possible to do yet.
Thank you.
Daniel Dwarswaard.
Yeah, hi Jonas. I had actually the same question as 10 minutes ago about the World Championship, so you already gave a small answer. But of course, it's well, the profile is suits you, I guess. But is that the only reason, or are you? Well, the Tour de France is of course your main goal, but is the World Champion something special for you as well? Maybe also in the future with the parcourses are coming up.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think the World Championships is one of the biggest races of the year. So obviously, it's also something that I would like to do and like to try to do well in. So yeah, not only this year, but in the coming years, it really has caught my how do you say it? My eyes, or how do you say it? Or caught my interest because of the routes are suiting me better than it has been doing the last few years. So yeah, of course, the Tour de France is still my main goal, and it will probably be my main goal again in the next years as well. So yeah, it's trying to see if I can fit it in somehow.
All right, thanks.
The next one is Hortense Leblanc.
Yeah. Hi, Jonas. You hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
I've got one question about Matteo Jorgensen. He's very strong at the moment. He won Paris-Nice. Do you think that he will be very important for you? How important can he be for you at the Tour de France?
Oh, for sure, Matteo will be very important for me in the Tour. He's super strong. We saw it again this spring. Seems like he took another step this year. So hopefully he can show that as well in the Tour de France. He's super strong, but not only him, but the whole team will be super important. For now it seems like we have a very strong team, and hopefully we can keep it that way.
Thank you.
I switch to Andy McGrath.
Hi, Jonas. It's a little bit similar to my colleague's question about 10 minutes ago, but you and Tadej have had some great battles over the years at the Tour de France. How has having Pogacar as your big rival for all these recent years made you an even better racer, in terms of motivation, raising your level, competition, the whole team as well?
Yeah, I think when you have a guy that's as good as he is, then it also gives motivation to a lot of other guys to try to do even better. And also for me, it has given me a lot of motivation to improve my skills on the bike as well, to get even better. So I think, having a competitor like that also brings out the best in me. And I know that I have to do the best that I can every day to try to beat him as well.
And secondly, we don't see you super often in the one-day races. I'm just curious, do you think you're capable of winning a monument one-day race? And what needs to change for you to target Liège-Bastogne-Liège, Lombardia, maybe Flanders or even Roubaix next year, for example?
I think Flanders and Roubaix I'll probably never do. I had enough cobbles back in 22 in the Tour. It didn't go very well for me, so I think if I would go to one day racing, I would do more like Liège or Lombardia. I have already tried a little bit in the past, which didn't go super well. I won't rule it out, because it is Liège and it is Lombardia, so it's two of the biggest races in the world. It's two races that I would obviously love to be able to win. But yeah, for now it's not on the calendar, but we'll see in the future.
Thank you.
Morten. Morten Sørensen.
Yeah, does it work now?
Yes.
All good. Hi, Jonas. Last season ended already in August for you, and this spring has also been quite short for you. That means that when you hit the Dauphiné, you've only had about 10 race days in 10 months. What does that mean for your preparation, or do you miss those days, and can you compensate in training?
Yeah, it's actually a funny question. Because I think 10 years ago you would always say that you need racing to get ready to race, to be able to get you to your best level. But then 5 years ago COVID came, and then it seemed like nobody raced for half a year. And once we raced again, the level was extremely high. So everybody there took a step. So I'm not saying that I'm taking a step. I'm just saying that it might not necessarily be bad to have a longer break of racing. It might even be a good thing. I don't know yet. That's something we will see in Dauphiné and in the Tour de France. Hopefully I can take another step.
Thank you.
Then we go to Sanne Jacobsen.
Hi, Jonas. Just one question from me is about if you can maybe think of your biggest, and most memorable 3 Tour de France moments over the years?
Oh, yeah. What is the best? I guess the best memory I have of the Tour de France is my time trial from 23. Yeah, that day was incredible for me and for the team, for my family as well. The same as the year before, when I took the jersey on Col du Granon. Yeah, and then I was thinking about the third one, and I wanted to say my stage win last year, but actually I think more that I just was there on the start line. There was more an emotional moment for me and my family standing there on the start line. I mean, everything we went through last year was, or prior, the 3 months prior to the Tour de France start was just incredibly hard, not only for me, but for my family. So just to be able to be at the start line last year in the Tour was probably one of the biggest achievements in my career.
Yes. Then we switch to Fred Toos.
Yes, hello, Jonas. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hello. I want to know if you notice some key stages on this Tour de France. It begins maybe around the stage number 10, but do you have noticed some important stages? Maybe Mont Ventoux, maybe Le Col de la Loze?
Oh, I think actually this year there's a lot of really important stages. There's obviously the mountain stages. Those are always important. The time trials as well. But I think actually in the first week there is a lot of important stages. You need to always stay safe. You always need to be in the front. It will be a hectic first week, so I think you shouldn't really underestimate the first week as well.
I have another two second questions. What do you think about the two stages alone? You win maybe the Tour in Combloux last year's. How is it important this year when you have Peyragudes and when you have Caen in the second time? First time Caen and second Peyragudes.
Yeah, no, it's true that there's two very important time trials. I mean, the first one is flat, but then the second one is a super hard mountain time trial. And hopefully, I mean, 2 years ago I did a super good time trial there in Combloux, and hopefully I can do that again in Peyragudes.
Thank you, Jonas.
Frederik.
Yes, hello again, Jonas. My next question is, so like you were asked just before about the few race days you had in your calendar during the spring. You also talked about the Worlds earlier, and you said that you haven't had great success in one-day races so far in your career. Why not try to do, you know, one or several one-day races during spring to prepare to the Worlds this year, for example, to get a bit of experience in that respect?
To be honest, I think it would be a waste of time because I was not in the shape for anything. So, I mean, I could have raced Liège, but I would probably have wouldn't even have finished the race, so it wouldn't have made much sense to be there. So yeah.
So it wasn't in any sense a dilemma for you to how you scheduled the spring in terms of not doing more races than you're going to do?
I mean, we were thinking about whether we had to add a race or not. We were never thinking about the Ardennes Classics. We were more thinking about Romandy, to be honest. We decided not to do it because we wanted to focus on the preparation for the Tour de France. So yeah, it was on our minds to add another race, but yeah, we decided not to do it.
There are 2 people for the second round, and I think then we are on the time limit. Hortense.
Yeah. Hi, Jonas. The last stage of the Tour de France will go through Montmartre. It's not really flat, with a little bit of cobble. Do you think that the GC, there can be battles for GC until this last stage? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, to be honest. I mean, could be. You mean the last stage in Paris, or?
Yes, this one, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know enough about the parcours that day to speak out about that, because I know that we will do the Montmartre, but yeah, we also don't know how far is it from the finish. Is it 10K from the finish, or do we still need to do 6 or 7 laps of the Champs-Élysées? Then yeah, it's 2 completely different races, to be honest.
And then the last question for today's press conference is for Tom Davidson.
Hi, Jonas. On the same topic, actually, do you welcome the idea of changing the last stage? Do you think it's a good idea to change it?
Well, to be honest, not really. I think, I mean, the Montmartre was nice to do in the Olympics. Seemed good. There was a lot of people, really good atmosphere. But yeah, in that race, when they came to the Montmartre, there was only 50 riders left in the bunch. Now, when we do the Tour de France, we will be 150 guys fighting for positions. So yeah, on a very narrow climb. So that will be very interesting to do. So I think, yeah, could end up being more stress than they actually want to have. But we will see.
Thank you.